Folks, I got good news and bad news. Kevin Knox signed for the rest of the season. Let's go. He earned it. So we're going to break down what does that mean for the Warriors roster. They still need to sign one more player before the playoffs. What does it mean for the cap implications? We're going to break that all down on this episode of Warriors Digest. I know a lot of fans out there love Knox. Summer League, G League, two-way player, full-time roster player. Secondly, the bad news, we got worked by the Hawks. One of the worst performances we've had in a long time. We had the dud against Philly with no Embiid and Paul George. I'm pretty sure both. Definitely no Embiid. And now the dud against the Hawks. No Steph Curry for us. Cannot happen. Lakers lost yesterday. A massive dud on LeBron's performance. We could have got closer in the standings to not being a 6 seed. Massive opportunity missed against the team we need to beat. We'll break down the standings, what happened that game. That first quarter was atrocious. A lot to go over on Warriors Digest. Thank you for being here. Randy Silver, Arthur, and the other videos. Folks, we are under 50 people away, closer to under 20 away from 10,000. If you're not subscribed, not part of the 30% watching, let's get that number higher. Please help us on this Sunday. Whenever you're watching this after Sunday, get us to 10,000 fans. It means a lot. 5 digits, let's go. And that's what Kevin Knox is going to be making in salary. Not 5 digits, 6 digits. Let me pull up my screen. So the Warriors have signed Kevin Knox to a deal for the rest of the season per Shams and ESPN. The former number 9 pick with the New York Knicks is now signed. He's averaged 4 points, 7 minutes over 7 games. When BP was hurt, when Kuminga was hurt, after the trade with Butler, when there was a lot of holes on this roster, gaps, he filled in a nice spot. Came in, played spot minutes, even got himself some good playing time early in games, late in games, was making some threes in the corners, had a good putback dunk. I watched him play against Orlando in Orlando, did a nice job altogether. So how does this fit into the Warriors roster? Well, let me pull this up, make this bigger. So you can see right there, number 14, Kevin Knox. He's going to earn $330,000 the rest of the year. Non-bird rights. It's only a rest of the year contract. They did not give him a 2-year contract because this helps with the cap hit. So if you look, you have Armstrong, Key, and Rowe as your two-way players. Spenser and Knox have been signed to the full roster. Post was signed to the full roster earlier in the season as well. Now they have that hole at the 15th spot. We have to have 15 players on the roster before the postseason starts, the playoff starts. Of course, that just helps give you more depth if anything happens. So they'll have to sign somebody potentially from the G League team. Maybe they sign a two-way player up. But again, two-way players cannot play in the playoffs. Maybe they find somebody on the bargain market, the buyout market they want to bring in. So just be aware. And if you look here again, folks, GP2, Looney, Kuminga, Spenser, Knox. You have 5 players on the main roster who are not signed for next year. And then you have Armstrong and Key not signed as a two-way player. So they have some flexibility. You lose GP2, $9 million. You lose Hield. Looney's $9 million. It's $18 million there. You lose Kuminga, $7 million, and then a couple million. So you're going to have around maybe like $20 million open up, $25 million. However, with the Butler contract, with the Curry contract, it's a lot of money already tied up in a couple players. So the big question, obviously, going to the offseason is, what will happen with Jonathan Kuminga? If they want to offer Kuminga his max salary, 25% of the salary cap with 8% raises, they can offer him $38 million next year, up to $51 million with the raises over 5 years. 5 years, $224 million. Reports were before the season he wanted anything between like 30 to 40 million. Warriors were not willing to do that. So the question is, has he earned that right this season? Well, beginning of the season, Then he really picked it up in that winter months before he sprained his ankle. Coming back, he's looked better, he's bouncy, but is it worth $38 to $45 million a year? It's hard to say. Personally, probably not. Especially if it's going to put you in cap purgatory and not being able to do future stuff. So folks, comment your thoughts. Let me know what you think about Kuminga. Is this something he's earned? Now again, Golden State Warriors CBA, give them a good shout on Twitter. Follow them. Same type of mindset here, just showing other stuff we talked about here. So again, we're 256,000 below the hard cap. Probably can't sign somebody until very end of the season to make sure we do not go over. I talked about the expiring contracts and $15 million tax bill when Joe Lacob, Mike Dunleavy said they don't want to pay tax if they're not winning championships. Well, with Butler, looks like we have a chance. Maybe not after the Hawks game, but there's a chance. So this is where Kevin Knox, again, just showing you what he will be making the rest of the season. And they can go ahead and try to re-sign him next year if they want to. He can test free agency. Maybe he'll earn more playing time with a different team. So the Warriors expect him to wait till the very last day, April 13th, to add a 15th player. Braxton Key on the Santa Cruz Warriors has been doing very well. Keep a lookout for that. Now, the thing that you probably want to turn your eyes away from is the disastrous Warriors first quarter. Look at that, folks. 40-23, down 17, and then never became better. We never really had a grip in this game. Fourth quarter, we made a run, got it within single digits, but then Hawks, you make a bucket, kill the momentum. But right here, we were up 3-0. We'll even show it to me. We were up 3-0, and then never anything happened after that. They're not even going to let me show it. And then they just pulled away, and then we talked about, kind of made some runs here, got within single digits, but never really was close, never felt like we got the grip in the game. Against Steph Curry out with a pelvic bruise. He'll be reevaluated on Monday. I don't think he plays against Miami on Tuesday. It's a quick turnaround for that, especially with a cross-country flight. Look at our stats, folks. It was a careless game. 1 second. It doesn't even want to show us the stats because it wasn't that good. Or my Wi-Fi is bad. Okay, we're going to move on. Butler at a team high 25 points. I know that for a fact. Here we go. 25 points, in the place of Curry starting a point guard. Brandin Podziemski, 19 points, 5 of 8 from 3, a nice job. Again, his early season struggles look behind him, which is great. He's playing a nice role, and the type of player I thought could come in and become a starter for this team when Curry is gone, kind of showing it in this back half of the season. But without Curry there, just not enough points, and then defensively, we did not put up a good performance. When you look at the starters, Trae Young, 25, Onkwenu, 22. Their bench, George Niang, 23. Just did not do a good job. We get 41% shooting from 3, 57% from 2s. We were 42%, even there, 46%. But if we go to the team stats, total turnovers, 10-16. So we did a nice job not turning the ball over. However, we gave up 18 points on those turnovers, so they basically converted every time. We were out-rebounded significantly, 38-46. You look at threes, it was the same. You look at the free throws, we did much more than they did. We just did not make enough baskets. We gave up way too many points in the paint, 60-44 for the Lightning. And it really hurts because Lakers lost last night. So instead of being 17.5, we could have been 16.5 with a win for us, a loss for them. And that'll put us a game behind Memphis, and we play Memphis and the Lakers coming up. So this was a massive loss against a team we needed to win that would have allowed us to take a jump in the standings. Now, you still are a half game up on the Clippers and Timberwolves, but this is why I said at the beginning of the season, you have to beat the teams you need to beat, because when it comes down to crunch time, playoff standings, every game counts. We really don't have to worry about the Kings or the Suns. So the farthest we could fall is the 8th seed. But really, folks, we have the potential to get up there. We have Denver on our schedule. We have Lakers on our schedule. We have Memphis on our schedule, all coming up in the next week or two. We need to have Steph Curry back healthy for those games. Now, again, Kevin Knox, is he going to help there? Probably not. Moving forward, though, the Warriors really can't afford to lose any of these games. If they want to move out of the 6th seed, they can't have these bad losses. You get Miami on Tuesday, so you have a Sunday, Monday break, and you're flying from Atlanta to Miami. It's a 2-hour flight, very easy. Then you have another break, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2-day break for New Orleans, a day break for San Antonio, a day break for Memphis, a day break for LA. So we're getting some rest on this road trip. I know it's not in your home, it's not at your practice facility, but you have the trainers with you. You're staying in the nicest hotels, you're relaxing, you're getting some practice in. So we should be at full strength for Miami, and that needs to be a win. Absolutely needs to be a win. With Miami on the downturn, post-Butler trade, Warriors on the upturn post-Butler trade. Congratulations to Kevin Knox on earning a full contract. It's a big move. I expect him to stay in the NBA moving forward with the Warriors this season and next season. Warriors, get the W, and please subscribe to us if you have not. Help us get the W on this channel by hitting 10,000 subscribers. I'll see you on the next video.